Okay, Year 7, welcome to your tutorial on working out how to convert percentages to fractions and fractions to percentages. Sorry, you'll just need one more word in that title there, and that's converting. Mr. Corsi didn't put that there. Converting percentages to fractions and fractions to percentages. So, let's begin. Percentages are closely related to fractions. A percentage is another way of writing a fraction with a denominator of 100. Therefore, 87% means that if you divided something into 100 pieces, you'd have 87 of them, because percent always means out of 100. If a fraction is already out of 100, we can simply convert it to a percentage straight away, as percentage, like I said, means out of 100. Okay, so for example, if it just says 37%, I can just convert that to a fraction by writing 37 over 100. It's as simple as that. If, however, my fraction isn't out of 100, I can work like I have in the past with finding equivalent fractions. So we can convert fractions to our percentages through our knowledge of equivalent fractions. This works really well if the denominator is 2 or 4 or 5 or 10, 20, 25 or 50. So here I have a quarter and I need to write that as a percentage. I know I can also write a quarter as a fraction as 25 over 100. So as soon as I've got my fraction over 100, 25 over 100 is 25%. A reminder, if this bit's confusing you, how I got from a quarter to 25 over 100, you might want to watch last lesson's tutorial. Okay, so 1 quarter, 25 over 100, 25%. So if it's not over 100, but it has a really nice denominator like 2 or 4 or 5 or 10 or 20 or 20 or 25 or 50, I can find an equivalent fraction and really, really easily convert it to a percentage. Okay, other denominators are a little bit more tricky, and we can kind of do them using our calculators. So here we have 3/8, and we're asked to put that as a percentage. Now, I know when it says 3/8 or 3 over 8, this line here means division. I know that. That's 3 divided by 8. I know that's what it means. It means division. Okay, so if I get my calculator out, I can hit into my calculator 3 divided by 8. Okay, and then I'll hit the equal sign. And with that answer, I can then hit multiply by 100. And when I do that, it gives me an answer of 37.5. So that's 37.5%. That's how I can convert more tricky ones into percentages. So I know that that's 3 divided by 8. Then I multiply by 100 and my answer is the percentage, 37.5%. Let's look the other way. Okay, we're going to express a few of these percentages as fractions or mixed numerals in their most simplest form. So 17%, remember percent means out of 100, so that becomes 17 over 100. Then I think, is there any number that goes into 17 that also goes into 100? Let's list my factors or my numbers that go into 17 as wholes. 1 goes into 17, no, 2 doesn't, no, 3 doesn't, no, 4 doesn't, 5 doesn't, 6, no, 6 doesn't, 7, no, 7 doesn't, 8, no, 9, no, 10, no, 11, no, 12, no, 13. Okay, so, well, 17 is one of those annoying numbers. It's a prime number, so it's only 2 factors of 1 in itself. So I can't simplify 17 over 100 anymore because I can't find a number that goes into 17 that also goes into 100. So 17 over 100 is my correct fraction. Let's look at this one, 36%. So that as a fraction is 36 over 100. Again, I need to ask myself, Is there a number that goes into 36 that goes into 100? Well, let's do my factors of 36. I know 2 goes into both of them. I could do 2. It wouldn't hurt. But if I do 2, I'd have to waste my time and just do more. So let's see if there's another number that goes into them. 3, yeah. No, 3 doesn't go into 100. 4, no, 4 doesn't go. Oh, 4, oh, yeah, oh. Oh, no, wait, 4 does. 4 goes into 36 9 times, and 4 goes into 100, 25 times. So I can simplify this one by writing 9 on 25. Okay, I could have picked 2, and that would have been fine. It just would have meant I'd have to do another step after that and re-simplify. So 36 on 100 is the same as 9 on 25. So 36% in its simplest form, in its absolute simplest form, is 9 over 25. Let's look at this one. 140%. Percent means out of 100. So I'm going to put this one over 100. Oh, now I've noticed something funny. I've noticed that it's an improper fraction. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert it to a mixed numeral. I'm going to convert it to, it's 140, so I do that. How many times does 100 go into 140? Goes once with a remainder of 40 over 100. Now this answer I've come up with, 1 and 40 over 100, that 40 over 100 looks like I can simplify it a bit more. Actually, funnily enough, when I look, I'm just going to write it again. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to delete it. I'm just write it again a bit bigger. 1 and 40 over 100. Now, automatically I can see with it that a number that goes into 40 that goes into 100 is 10. So I can get rid of a 0 on here and get rid of a 0 on there. So now it becomes 1 and 4 on 10. Oh, but I can still see a number that goes into 4 that goes into 10, can't I? It's a number that goes into 4 that goes into 10. Oh, 2, of course. 2 goes into 4 twice, and it goes into 10 5 times. Okay, so 140% in its simplest form is 1 and 2/5. You always have to make sure you're writing it in its simplest form. So 1 and 2/5 becomes my answer for that one. Okay, let's look at it the other way. So 5 over 100, and I want that as a percentage. Oh, that's super easy. Percent means out of 100, so 5 over 100 is 5%. Cool. Oh, this time I've got something that's not over 100. But wait, hold on. What was that thing I learnt at the start? Oh, yeah, that's right. If, for some reason, I get a fraction, it has a cool denominator like 2, 4, 20, 25, 50, I can easily get an equivalent fraction of it and see if I can work it out. Okay, that's cool. So 11 over 25. Now, 25 goes into 100 how many times? 1, 2, 4 times, okay? So if I want to have equivalent fraction of 11 over 25, if I want to change my denominator from 25 to 100, how do I keep the top the same? Well, I multiplied 25 by 4, which must mean I multiply 11 by 4. And that gets me an equivalent fraction. A reminder that equivalent fractions are just different ways of representing the same value, okay? If I do something to the bottom and I do it to the same thing to the top, it means my fraction stays the same. So now I have 44 over 100. Oh, cool, that's heaps easy now. Percent means out of 100. So if I've got 44 over 100, I must have 44%. Nice. Too easy. Now this one here is a little bit trickier. I'm going to show you a different way when I get back. For the time being, guys, if you have some like this, again, use that idea from your calculator that sometimes it's a good idea to get our calculator out. We know that this 5/8, that doesn't really go very easily. It's a bit of a messy denominator. So I know that this line here means division. So if I put on my calculator 5 divided by 8, okay, and I hit equals, my answer for 5 divided by 8 is 0.625. Okay, and I know percentages are out of 100, they mean of 100. So I then take my answer once I've divided it, and I multiply by 100. If I do this, I then get an answer on my calculator of 62.5. 62.5%. Okay, so if you get a tricky one like this, get your calculator out and use your calculator. I will show you a quick and easy way when I get back. This one here, convert the following fractions to percentages. Now, there's an interesting thing about this one. I notice that I've got 3 wholes and 3/5. 3 wholes and 3/5. Let's see if I can work with this. Okay, let's separate these, okay? I'm going to leave the 3 wholes just for the moment, okay? Because I know that's going to be 300%. I'm going to leave my 3 wholes. I'm just going to look at my 3/5. Now, 3/5 on its own. 3/5. Can I get that easily to out of 100? Is that going to have a nice... Oh, hold on. If an equivalent fraction for 3/5 is 6/10. I know that because if I multiply 5 by 2 to get 10, okay, I multiply 3 by 2, I get 6. They're equivalent. Now, as soon as that 3/5 is made into 6/10, I can super easily see that 6/10 is the same as saying 60 over 100. Now, let's bring that 3 back, because I didn't have that 3 from before. So I can't really, let me do this again. Oh, there we go. Let's bring this 3 back. Now, I know that's 3 wholes, okay? So another way of writing 3 and 3/5, now that I've got 3/5 in a better form, okay? Another way of writing 3/5 is 3 and 3/5 is 360 over 100. Now, why did I just add my 3 there at the front? Well, that 3 is the 3 wholes. So 360 over 100, oh, sweet, now it's over 100. I know that must mean that that is 360%. So whenever you get a mixed numeral, put the whole numbers to the side, deal with the fraction, and then reintroduce the whole numbers. That way, you'll find it a lot easier. And that's it, guys. That is converting fractions to percentages and percentages to fractions.